The Joe Rogan Experience.
Bill Clinton, but that was a painting.
That's a real painting.
That was a painting. And if
Epstein
you guys
had
don't know
that.
how crazy this Epstein story is, in Jeffrey Epstein's house in New York City, which was $70 million, worth $70 million,
Such a dope crib.
Someone gave him, somebody gave it to him. Okay, whatever. I have friends. I get it. He's got a painting of Bill Clinton in a dress pointing at him.
That's Hillary Clinton's dress.
Well, whoever's dress it is.
Yeah, it
it's
looks
Bill
like
Clinton.
Monica, but it's
it might have
this
been
one, I
Monica
guess.
Lewinsky's dress. Is it the same one that Hillary won?
It could be either one.
It's pretty close.
So weird.
Talk to the painter.
Either way.
But that was in his
Either
living
way,
room.
It's so weird. So in his living room, he had a painting of Bill Clinton dressed up like a woman.
I think he had that George Bush one too. Have you seen that? Where he's like playing with little discs.
It's almost like they held stuff over these guys to the point where they could humiliate
They're
them.
mocking him.
So if that guy came, if Bill came over to his house, he would see that. He would see, like, you're my bitch.
Fuck.
You're my bitch. I don't care if you're the former president. You're my bitch.
I still don't think he.
Let me show you the videos.
I still don't think he committed suicide.
Of course you don't, because he
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
First of all.
And that's not. What do you think, Jamie? I'm not like a big conspiracy guy.
Michael Baden, that fucking guy from that HBO autopsy series.
Yeah.
He talks about it like in depth. He's like, no, these are injuries consistent
no
with
way.
someone who's been choked.
No way.
It's also the position of the cut. It's all lower. Like when you hang yourself, it goes up like that because your whole weight is up
that's
there.
right. He said
This shit is down there.
That's right.
Someone's choking this motherfucker off.
I think Harvey Weinstein's the next to go. He has too much shit.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday, right? Didn't I with Michael Shermer? Who did I talk about this with? With
Yeah.
Lex or was it Michael?
One of the two. It came up.
What do you say?
I don't know. I've heard that argument before, but I think that he's got more to lose than he does to gain. Because if he says something like, "Yeah, all those Hollywood starlets, they all sucked my dick, and that's how they got famous," it sort of reinforces
That he was a monster.
that he was a monster.
But also shows they were playing the game.
They were playing the game, but that game's illegal. And so the whole reason why he's in jail for the rest of his life is because that game's illegal.
But he's already in there. So if he goes, hey, I
Right,
know
but he can never
I'm
get
this
out.
monster.
Jeffrey-
You like this celebrity? She did this with me for years.
Look at this. Jeffrey Epstein's Hollywood pipeline ran straight to Harvey Weinstein.
Yeesh.
Well, I would make up a bunch of stories about aliens. Now that Harvey's in the pokey, probably for the rest of his life, if I ran some of them dubious websites, I would start,
all day.
I would
I'd be
start
firing
writing,
off shit.
I would start writing the most ridiculous stories.
I am related to someone who was propositioned by Harvey Weinstein. Said that he could make her a star. Yeah, she didn't believe him. She
The
didn't know who he
crazy
was,
thing
but-
is he
Oh
could.
wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like your cousin was a dumbass.
It was in Ohio. She had no idea who he was.
Oh, wow.
She was just like visiting.
Do your research, girl.
Yeah.
Was there no Google back in this fucking?
It might have been actually a long time ago.
She could have been fucking Wonder Woman.
She's just like, who's this fat guy?
Are you insinuating? What are
Oh
you
no.
insinuating,
Who
sir?
knows? Who
How
knows?
dare you?
Back in the day, Wonder Woman.
He made people famous. Whitney Cummings talks about it. She has a really funny way of putting it. She's like, well, the guy always told the truth. He really did it for him. Like if he told him, if you suck my dick, I'm going to put you in this movie.
They were in the movie.
They were in the movie. And that was his reputation. I'm like, wow.
Crazy.
But then again, how does a guy like him ever fuck a 10?
By putting him in movies.
By putting him in movies. And you imagine how stunned he must have been. Like imagine you're banging like some of the most famous, hottest women in the world, and you're this monster.
You look terrible.
You look terrible. You look like an experiment, right?
He was so vile. Doesn't he have corona? Pretty sure
he
they moved
does.
him to the
He
hospital
does.
with corona.
Saying he does.
Dave Chappelle had a fucking hilarious take on that. He goes, "There's very few dudes where you look at him and go, oh yeah, he rapes." That was in that Belly Room comedy special that he did with his walker. God, it's so crazy.
He's so foul looking.
But if a guy like him, like, grew up in that Hollywood system, he's probably, like a really extreme version of how they all did it.
Agree. He's not the first one.
No, the casting couch is an expression for a reason.
Correct.
It was real.
It's a huge porno channel to this day.
I mean, but we know that happened, right? It's gross. 100%. I'm not endorsing it. I'm just saying we know of it as a historical reality. You know, just like we know barbarians used to be real. We know we know that as a historical reality. The casting couch was a real thing.
God, he's vile.
And he's got everything. He's got pock marks. He's fat. He's balding.
Nothing is good.
Gross looking. He doesn't look compassionate. He doesn't look friendly. It's all those things.
Apparently had a small dick.
But it's like there's this like fucking vortex of things that are happening. Everything's all happening together. And this guy figured out that there's a system, and if you get people attention and make them famous, and you can make a lot of money if you make good choices and you're smart about how you do it, and you control your addiction just enough to keep making movies. Woo! And he's with a bunch of young starlets.
And he just looks like complete shit.
Just a monster.
Come to Harvey.
God.